Hey guys, how's it going? All the Wow here, and today we're going to be talking about the best new player promo codes to use in 2025. Whether you're a returning player, getting back into the game, or you want to start a new account, or if you're just brand new to the game, I'm going to go over each of the legendary champions that are available currently, getting some pros and cons of each champion, and overall get you the best start. Now, the thing with new player promo codes is that they're only available for 48 hours. So if you've been playing this game already and you're liking it, now you're doing some research on YouTube, if you're past 48 hours from installing the game and you did not use any of these new player promo codes, stop what you're doing and create a new account. Trust me, it's worth it. How you hear that it's a marathon, not a sprint. This is what Raid Shadow Legends is. It's going to be progression, and it's going to take you weeks, months, and years to clear certain hurdles. And if you don't have the best absolute start, you are going to hinder your progress. So if you're like, oh, I've already ran campaign, I have 3 champions that are level 40, you're going to get those same level 40 champions after a couple more hours. Again, it's not hours, it's months, it's years. So it's best to just start a new account and use the new player promo codes if you no longer qualify. Now, how do you enter a promo code? We're going to first start with iPhone since it's a little bit more complicated. You're first going to need to click on your icon up here, top left-hand corner, and we're going to click on info. This is the player ID that you're going to copy. You're going to copy that ID and you're going to go to this website. You cannot do this on the iPhone, as you'll see in my next example for PC and for Android. It's a lot easier to do it in game. So you're going to copy that ID and you're going to go to this website here. The link is going to be in the description where it says enter player ID. You're going to paste it since you copied it from that icon, and then you're going to enter the promo code. And the promo codes are going to be GETALICE for Alice the Wanderer, Supreme 6 for Supreme Galek, MONKEYKING for Sun Wukong, Loki is GETLOKI promo code, and then you have Desert Queen for Tuhanarak. And I'm going to go over each of the champions and I'll reiterate the promo codes for each of the individual champions. Now, for all of my PC people and my Android people, again, it's a lot easier than going to a website, right? You're going to click on the left here and it's promo codes. Easy as pie. Now that's why I wanted to go over the Apple first or the iPhone first, because you don't have that promo code link. So if you're like, oh, I can't see it, where is it? Again, just go to the website, copy the code, and enter the code there. So if you're on Android or on the PC client, you'll be able to enter the promo code there. Now, let's go over the champions, what they do, pros and cons, and we'll start it off. Catch you on the next slide. All right, first off, we have Alice the Wanderer with code GETALICE. She's got AoE cooldown increases, turn meter control, and a passive that hits harder based on how long the enemy skills are on cooldown, which we'll go over her kit here in a bit. She's incredible in Arena, very solid in Faction Wars, Doom Tower, and early campaign farming, so she's great out of the box early on. But she's all about momentum, so you do want her in a fast team to take advantage of her kit. If you're planning to nuke fast and lock opponents out of skills, she's your pick. High-end PvP, she's even viable as you progress in the game. Going into the harder stages of Doom Tower, again, with that lockout, you're going to love her. Not many champions do have lockouts, so having her on day one is really, really good. You got an A1 here, single target, but it is a multi-hitter, which is good for a Fire Knight. But not only is it a multi-hitter that does damage, but it deletes enemy buffs. Really, really good. A2 Clockwork Cyclone, excuse me, full AoE attack that increases the enemy cooldowns and drops their turn meter. Lockout, lockout, lockout. So good. That makes her insane in arena and in faction wars. Just great progression with that lockout. And by lockout, what that means for the new players is most champions have different abilities, right? But when you lock them out, their harder hitting or more utility based skills, they won't be able to use them. They'll only be able to use their default A1. And so when they can only use their A1, very limiting to the champions. And then you got the passive TikTok. No, not that TikTok. But this TikTok does more damage based on the enemy cooldowns. Plus, it resets one skill per kill. So if you kill an enemy, your A2 or A3, their cooldown gets reduced. Such a great champion. Best use for her, Arena, obviously. Amazing control with her A2, again, locking out the enemy skills. You got Dungeon Waves, wipes them clean with the resets, and again, turn meter drop. Faction Wars, clutch, cooldown, and of course, a nuker. Overall rating for new players, I'm going to give her a 9 out of 10. She is a bit squishy, but her cooldown control does make up for it. Really solid champion. All right, up next we have Supreme Galek with promo code Supreme6. He's a Void Legendary champion, meaning he is not prone to weak hits if he's facing off against a affinity that is stronger against him, right? So during your course of your playtime, he is not going to weak hit on any champion in the game. So that already makes him a strong candidate for your day one progression. Now, with his kit, we're going to go over in a specific order because of the synergy that he has. So he's very user-friendly for new players, so you don't have to second guess, oh, which skill do I have to pick? We'll go in order here, starting with the A3. AoE attacks all enemies and place 3 debuffs. 3 debuffs, 1 skill. Really good. And not only are they just some random debuffs, they are essential debuffs for the clan boss, for a Hydra later on, and they are also useful for PvP. And the first debuff that we're going to go over is HP burn. HP burn is essential in one particular stage of the game, Spider's Den. Spider's Den is the only area in the game early on where you can get accessories. We're talking about your rings, amulets, banners. Other areas of the game that you're going to farm endlessly, your campaign, your Fire Knight, Dragon, and Ice Golem, they all give you your conventional top 6 gear pieces. Your weapon, helmet, shield, glove, chest, and boots. But Spider's Den is the only place where you can get the accessories. And the way that you progress in the Spider's Den is HP burn. You have your spiderling minions and your mama spider. And the best way to defeat the Spider's Den is with HP burn. Now, if you don't pick Supreme Galek, and you are able to pick up HP burner, usually the HP burners in the game are single target. But Supreme Galek, day one, AoE, get the spiderlings with the HP burn, and the mama spider with the HP burn. So whenever the spiderlings attack, HP burn procs, and the mama spider gets ticked down slowly but effectively, eliminating her. So you'll be able to progress a lot faster with the AoE HP burn. And then you have the decreased speed. Decreased speed overall is a great debuff for clan boss, making you faster early on in the game. Same thing with just any area in general with waves, Doom Tower specifically, and also for the Hydra. gets more turns because you're faster, because the enemy is afflicted with decreased speed. Really, really good. And then you got block buffs. So in case the enemy is a little bit faster after you applied your decreased speed, they won't be able to buff up, excuse me. So they won't be able to set up the way they would, especially in arena, if they're trying to do any increased speeds or increase attacks or what have you. They'll be block buffed. So also no block damage, no unkillable. Get that out of here. Block buffs. And again, we're just getting started on just one skill. Second skill, Bloodshed Tempest. It's a 4-hitter, so it's really good for Fire Knight to get the Fire Knight's shield down. But it gives you an increased attack, so you're able to hit harder. And it activates any HP burns that you've already placed on your A3. So you'll hit harder with the increased attack buff, and then you'll activate the HP burn. Again, huge synergy. And then again, we'll go with the A1, more synergy, Exemplar of Range, 2-hitter, double tap that extends the HP burns. So HP burns are already out there, and if they're about to fall off, A1, you're able to extend the duration of it, so you're able to have the HP burns tick for even longer. Really, really good. Really, really good. And that's not all. His passive, Laugh at Danger, and trust me, you're going to laugh. This mostly applies in the arena, but it's a debuff cleanse, a full heal, and an extra turn. How busted can you be? So one, he's immune to the fears, true fears. Fabian, popular champion that's out there. Stuns, Armands, cancer in the arena. Guess what? He's going to laugh at danger, laugh at that stun, full heal, and he's going to take an extra turn. So he is a counter meta. Really, really good. So, so good. If it's up to me, I would pick Supreme Galek. Rating for new players, 10 out of 10. Again, going over the kit, AoE burn, cleanse on control, God tier starter, simple to use, scales into the end game. Highly, highly recommended. Supreme Galek, code Supreme6. All right, up next we have Sun Wukong with promo code MONKEYKING. And when this guy came out, he was everywhere in the arena, which speaks volumes of how good he is. He was able to be placed into established teams, whether it being a nuker or as a control champion. So good. He's going to carry you into the end game. And we'll go over his kit here with an A1 Gotcha. It's a single target that has a stun, and the chance gets increased if the enemy already has a buff. So what you want to do is, if the enemy is about to take a turn, their turn meter is full, you want to hit that A1 and get you a stun, meaning that he doesn't take a turn, and you'll be able to do a lot of control here. A2 Staff of Wonder, you attack one enemy and you'll ignore 50% of the enemy's defense. If you see that the champion ignores defense, this is a solid nuker, especially on the later end where you get to do sets over stats. You have a 4-piece Savage, 4-piece Lethal, ignoring more of the enemy's defense. This guy hits hard, basically. So what you want to do with him is you want to target a champion that is about to die, has low HP, guaranteeing the kill, and then the splash damage gets distributed as an AoE to everyone else, meaning big AoE damage can wipe the floor with the whole enemy team. And if you're unable to kill a champion for example, a ultimate death knight with stone skin, you're not able to get through it. Well, you can use the Staff of Wonder as a sheep. So you won't kill him, which of course right here says if the initial target survives, places a sheep. Ultimate Death Knight, he is really tanky, hard to get around. Use the A2 on the UDK, and now he's a sheep, and now your other champions are able to deal with the rest of the enemies on the opposing arena team. A3, now you see us. This is the block buff, and it's an AoE block buff, and it also steals the buffs that are already out there. So again, great synergy in the arena, but it's an AoE block buffs that is very hard to come by in the Hydra. Block buffs is an essential skill for the Hydra. Have all of the heads unable to buff up, really, really good. And we have the passive, which Sun Wukong is famous for. Unbeatable Wukong. Full self-revive after 3 turns upon death. Now, the turns are going to go fast. You're like, oh, it's only after 3 turns. Trust me. You're going to see him on the opposing teams because you didn't pick Sun Wukong as your free legendary starter champion. You're going to regret it when the enemy Wukong just keeps coming up and up and up. So good. Again, just to summarize, best uses arena offense, AoE buff steal, A3 ridiculous, campaign early game, self revives that can save some runs if the wave gets out of hand. And then you got Faction Wars, clutch revives again with nukes. Overall rating for him, I'm going to give him an 8.5 out of 10. Great utility, whether it be control with the stun or a sheep. Block buffs, steal buffs. But the nuking side is a little bit harder to gear up. But he is super fun with that. For all my Marvel fans, well, not me because I'm more of a DC. Don't ask about that. But we have Loki the Deceiver, the god of mischief, the god of trickery, is in Raid Shadow Legends with promo code GETLOKI. Not Get Lucky, Get Loki. And you are going to have to be pretty lucky to land on hitting him because he is your traditional rogue where he is very dodgy. He's behind the shadows and he's going to pick the right opportunity to strike you with his kit. He is a little bit more advanced to use, but in the right hands, he is able to make a big impact. We're going to go with his A1 here, Flames of Mischief, AoE attack that with Veil or Perfect Veil, excuse me, his chance increases to extend the duration of debuffs on all of the enemies. We have the A2 here, which I really enjoy because you're able to be more flexible with this skill based on what you need at the current circumstance. So if you target an ally, if your ally is low on health and he's about to die, you can target them and you can heal them for 50% of Loki's max HP, and also place a Veil or Perfect Veil for 2 turns on that champion. And with the Veil or Perfect Veil, they are able to mitigate some incoming damage. So you get the heal, you get the mitigation, keep your team member alive to fight another day. Now, the second part of that is where you target an enemy and you're able to place block active skills debuff and a block buff debuff for 2 turns. So you're able to lock out the champion, so they'll only be able to use the A1 and the block buff. But it also applies a debuff spread if Loki's under a Veil or Perfect Veil. Because this ability is single target, if Loki's under Veil or Perfect Veil, that block active skill block buff skill will be applied on the rest of the enemy waves or on the opposing enemy champions in arena. So now your opponent can only do A1s with that block active skills and having that spread. And then you have Bandit Flash on his A3, where he has a chance to steal turn meter and buff from one enemy. And it cannot be resisted if Loki's under a veil, a perfect veil. And in case it fails, if the turn meter is not stolen, he fills your team's turn meter by 15%, and also buffs your entire team with a 50% increase attack. So overall, great utility. You're able to target a single opposing champion that's about to take a turn. Well, guess what? Take the turn meter, take the buffs, and also increase the turn meter of your allies. And then you have the passive where it all ties in with that veil or perfect veil. At the start of each round, he gets perfect veil. So you don't have to get it from another champion, whereas like, oh, I didn't pick up a Duchess, I didn't pick up, supporting champion that is able to cast it. No, he's able to just place it on himself. And when he's below 50% HP, he has a chance to do an evade where, okay, I'm about to die. Nope. Do the evade, the attack misses. So you're able to keep Loki alive. Great overall kit on him. If I were to give him a rating, again, he is harder to control. I would give him a 7.5 out of 10. Again, because he is harder to use, and it is harder to understand the veil mechanics of the champion. Gets a little bit of a lower rating, but don't get me wrong, he's still great in arena, defense and offense. Doom Tower waves, the Hydra with the debuff spread, really great champion. But again, more so catered for the players that are already familiar with Raid. But if you like a challenge, get Loki, and you'll get lucky with some escapism with his abilities. All right, and last, but certainly not least, we have Tuhanarak with the promo code Desert Queen. Not Desert Queen with two S's, just one S, Desert Queen. And I am surprised Plarium is giving her away for free. One good thing that they did, because she, spoiler alert, is S tier. She's just a plug and play, put her in any situation, and she'll have a role. You won't regret booking her with the legendary books being so rare. Even on my endgame account, I would fit her in on some of my teams. She's that good. Coming in with the A1, Sun's Kiss, not Sun Kiss the orange soda. It's getting hot in here. I actually would like one. But Sun's Kiss, A1, decrease speed and a heal for herself. And with the a champion with the lowest HP puts a heal on them, so they're not able to be killed. So great A1 on the A2. Radiant Suffering, single target attack with decreased attack and block buffs. Again, a bit of consistency with a lot of these promo code champions. Block buffs. This one is a single target, but it has a debuff spread just like Loki, so you're able to attack one champion and then spread it to everyone else. Not just the block buffs and the decreased attack, but just any of the debuffs that are already on the champion. It is random, two random debuffs that are spread, so you do usually see that in arena with a bomber, a single target bomber, places a bomb on one champion, followed up with Tuhanarak, spread those bombs on everyone else, everyone's dead. So not just on her debuffs that are able to be spread, but a lot of utility with your other champions that you're able to pull. And you have the A3 Desert Fitness with the increased defense and increased speed. Increased speed makes you faster. With the A1 decreased speed, opponent gets slower. that's a winning formula. GG, right? Increased defense, able to boost up your defensive nukers if you're able to pull them. Attack-based nukers are a little bit more easier to come by, but if you're able to get a like a Harima, you have the increased defense, you're able to buff up their damage with the increased defense. And we have her passive where at the start of each of her turns, she's able to just automatically, don't even have to press a button to do so, automatically remove one random debuff from your whole team. And if the champion with a continuous heal is on your team, they're able to remove 2 debuffs just like that. Again, because it's on a passive, you don't have to think about it. It's just there. Overall, best use for her, Clan Boss, 10 out of 10. With the A3, with the increased defense, increased speed, and the block passive is chef's kiss synergy. Lots of dungeon progression. You get to survive more, heal for more, keep your team alive. Doom Tower Faction Wars buff and debuff spread. Overall rating for her, we'll give her a 9.5 out of 10. Not as flashy. Usually supports, they're not as flashy, right? But we can't progress without them, right? Usually with RPGs, we want to swing a sword, do big damage, 10 out of 10 nukes. And then you have your supports in the background. Hey, you're able to do all that damage because I'm keeping you up there. Lots of utility on her, and again, her aura increase accuracy. So Tuhanarak, 9.5 out of 10. You can't go wrong with her. Definitely is not going to sit on the vault. Lots of use for Tuhanarak. Again, S tier champion. All right, and those were the 5 champions. So a little bit of a TLDR summary, or if you just fast forward, it's like, hey, just get to it. I want to know who the best champion is. Well, it depends, of course, the most popular answer. So for PvE progression, talking about dungeons, clan boss, Hydra, I'm going to recommend, if it wasn't obvious, Tuhanarak and Supreme Galek. So, I mean, they are the Void legendary champions. They are, again, a step above your traditional legendary champions. No fear of booking them and not using them. They're just great overall progression. They are going to serve you in the long haul. If you want to delve in the arena, the PvP portion of it, which I really love, I would go with Alice or Wukong. Again, with Alice, you have the lockout. With Wukong, you have the sheep, and they do big damage. You can gear them up for just damage, or you can do like a hybrid build with both of them with a little bit of accuracy and damage. To play into their roles. Again, just an overall great nuker, especially when you're starting out. You can't go wrong there. And, not to leave them out, but for a more advanced strategy, you want to use big brain play styles, then you have Loki. He's still good all around. I guess if you really love the Marvel universe, you can RP some Loki shenanigans. So yeah, there's that. I guess for an all-arounder, best all-around for beginners. If there is just one pick, we're gonna go to Tuhanarak. You literally can't go wrong. Great in PvE and has some flexibility where you can use her in PvP as well. For the returning players, where you have a little bit more experience, you already know what the game is about. Just think about where you would struggle most, right? Is it in the campaign waves? If you want more control, then there's Alice, Spider, Galek. If you want more progression on your overall account, Tuhanarak. Depending on your play style, PvP, Wukong, Loki. And hey, at the end of the day, it's a legendary champion for free, so it's not a bad deal, right? So there it is, the ultimate guide to picking your promo code champion in Raid Shadow Legends in 2025. One decision that can set you up for an easier grind, faster progress, and just more fun overall. And let's be honest again, free legendary champion with the click of a button. That's rare. Don't waste it. If you already started, start a new account and use one of the promo codes. Don't forget to smash. Don't just tap it. Smash it with all your force. Ugh! Smash that like button. Really helps the channel grow. Sub for more Raid Shadow Legends content. And in the comments, let me know, who did you pick? Did they carry you? Did they collect dust in the vault? Yeah, I doubt it. But yeah, love to know. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Wait for it. Peace.